Welcome to the GCP GenAI Leadership Exam Prep Series by AmitAutomates. This video has 30 original practice questions. For the best experience, set your playback speed to 1.25 times. For each question, pause the video, pick your answer, then play to see the correct answer and the full explanation. Try to score at least 25 out of 30. This content is for educational purposes only and is not affiliated with Google. Let's get started. Question 1. Which Google Cloud product family gives developers access to Gemini models via API with no server management? Your options are A. Cloud Functions Only, B. Vertex AI Model Garden and Google AI Studio Gemini API, C. BigQuery Only, D. Cloud Run Only. The correct answer is option B. Vertex AI Model Garden and Google AI Studio Gemini API. Here's why. Developers can access Gemini models through Google AI Studio, fast prototyping, free tier, or the Gemini API on Vertex AI, Enterprise, Security Controls, no data used for training. Both provide serverless access with no model infrastructure to manage. Question 2. What is Google AI Studio primarily designed for? Your options are A. Enterprise production deployments with SLA guarantees, B. Rapid prototyping with Gemini models via a web UI and free API key, C. Managing virtual machines on Google Cloud, D. Training custom models from scratch. The correct answer is option B. Rapid prototyping with Gemini models via a web UI and free API key. Here's why. Google AI Studio is a free, browser-based tool for exploring Gemini model capabilities, testing prompts, and generating starter code. It is the fastest path from idea to prototype, not intended for production enterprise workloads, where Vertex AI is recommended. Question 3. What distinguishes Gemini Ultra from Gemini Nano in terms of deployment target? Your options are A. Ultra is designed for edge devices, Nano for data centers, B. Ultra is the most capable model for complex tasks, Nano is optimized to run on device with minimal compute, C. Ultra supports only text, Nano is multimodal, D. There is no difference, they are the same model at different pricing tiers. The correct answer is option B. Ultra is the most capable model for complex tasks, Nano is optimized to run on device with minimal compute. Here's why. Gemini is a family, Ultra, highest capability, complex reasoning, Pro, balance of capability and cost, Flash, fastest, cheapest, and Nano, on-device inference for Android and Pixel. Each tier is optimized for a different compute budget and use case complexity. Question 4. What is Vertex AI Model Garden? Your options are A. A marketplace for purchasing physical AI hardware, B. A curated catalog in Vertex AI where teams can discover, test, and deploy foundation models including Gemini, open models, and third-party models, C. A tool for monitoring plant growth research AI, D. A Google Cloud region optimized for AI workloads. The correct answer is option B. A curated catalog in Vertex AI where teams can discover, test, and deploy foundation models including Gemini, open models, and third-party models. Here's why. Model Garden provides one-click access to Google's own models, Gemini, Imagen, Codey, and popular open-weight models, Llama, Mistral. Teams can evaluate models in the UI, then deploy them to endpoints, reducing model selection and deployment friction. Question 5. What is NotebookLM and what makes it unique among Google's AI tools? Your options are A. A notebook for writing Python code in the cloud. B. A personalized AI research assistant that grounds all responses exclusively in documents the user uploads. C. A tool for training notebook-sized ML models. D. A Jupyter notebook hosted on Vertex AI. The correct answer is option B. A personalized AI research assistant that grounds all responses exclusively in documents the user uploads. Here's why. NotebookLM is Google's document-grounded AI. Unlike general chatbots, it answers questions only from sources you provide: PDFs, Google Docs, slides, YouTube links. This makes it inherently more reliable for research, as it cannot confabulate beyond your sources. Question 6. Which Google Workspace feature uses Gemini to assist users in Gmail, Docs, and Slides? Your options are A. Google Vault. B. Gemini for Google Workspace, formerly Duet AI. C. Google Cloud Identity. D. AppSheet. The correct answer is option B. Gemini for Google Workspace, formerly Duet AI. Here's why. Gemini for Google Workspace integrates Gemini directly into productivity apps, drafting emails in Gmail, creating presentations in Slides, summarizing documents in Docs, and generating formulas in Sheets, all within the enterprise's existing security perimeter. Question 7. What is Vertex AI Agent Builder, formerly Gen App Builder? Your options are A. A no-code tool for building mobile apps. B. A platform for building grounded, conversational AI agents and enterprise search applications using Gemini without deep ML expertise. C. A monitoring dashboard for Vertex AI pipelines. D. A service that builds virtual machine agents for automation. The correct answer is option B. A platform for building grounded, conversational AI agents and enterprise search applications using Gemini without deep ML expertise. Here's why. Agent Builder lets teams quickly create AI-powered apps, search engines. Question 8. What is Imagen and on which Google Cloud platform is it available? Your options are A. Google's image compression algorithm, available on Cloud CDN. B. Google's text-to-image foundation model, available in Vertex AI. C. A satellite imaging service for maps. D. A tool for compressing training images in BigQuery. The correct answer is option B. Google's text-to-image foundation model, available in Vertex AI. Here's why. Imagen is Google's enterprise-grade text-to-image model on Vertex AI. It generates, edits, and captions images from text prompts. The enterprise API includes safety filters and content watermarking, SynthID, for responsible deployment. Question 9. What is Google's SynthID technology? Your options are A. A synthetic data generation service for training ML models. B. A digital watermarking system that embeds imperceptible marks in AI-generated images, audio, and text for provenance verification. C. A synthetic user identity for testing applications. D. A service that synthesizes GCP billing reports. The correct answer is option B. A digital watermarking system that embeds imperceptible marks in AI-generated images, audio, and text for provenance verification. Here's why. SynthID, Google DeepMind, embeds invisible watermarks directly. Question 10. What is Vertex AI Pipelines and how does it support MLOps? Your options are A. A network routing service for ML traffic. B. A serverless, Kubeflow-compatible orchestration service for reproducible, auditable ML workflows, automating training, evaluation, and deployment steps. C. A pipeline for migrating databases to Cloud SQL. D. A CI/CD pipeline for web application deployment. The correct answer is option B. A serverless, Kubeflow-compatible orchestration service for reproducible, auditable ML workflows, automating training, evaluation, and deployment steps. Here's why. Vertex AI Pipelines lets teams define ML workflows as directed acyclic graphs, DAGs, run them repeatedly with tracked lineage, and integrate them into CI/CD systems. This supports MLOps goals of reproducibility, governance, and automated retraining when data or performance drifts. Question 11. Which Google Cloud service provides low-latency vector similarity search for RAG pipelines at enterprise scale? Your options are A. Memorystore for Redis. B. Vertex AI Vector Search, Matching Engine. C. Cloud Bigtable. D. AlloyDB for PostgreSQL. The correct answer is option B. Vertex AI Vector Search, Matching Engine. Here's why. Vertex AI Vector Search is Google's managed approximate nearest neighbor (ANN) service using the SCNN algorithm. It handles billions of vectors with sub-10 ms query latency, scaling seamlessly, purpose-built for embedding-based RAG and semantic search at enterprise scale. Question 12. What is Codey and what developer tasks does it support on Google Cloud? Your options are A. A customer service chatbot for Google Cloud Billing. B. Google's family of code-focused AI models, code generation, completion, explanation, debugging, available in Vertex AI and Cloud workstations. C. A command-line tool for deploying code to Cloud Run. D. An AI model that writes only Terraform configurations. The correct answer is option B. Google's family of code-focused AI models, code generation, completion, explanation, debugging, available in Vertex AI and Cloud workstations. Here's why. Codey is Google's code-specialized model family built on Palm 2. It supports code generation from natural language, code completion in IDEs, code explanation, and unit test generation. It is integrated into Cloud workstations, Colab, and the Vertex AI API. Question 13. What does Vertex AI Workbench provide for data scientists? Your options are A. A physical workbench shipped to the data scientist's office. B. A managed Jupyter notebook environment with pre-installed ML libraries and direct integration with Google Cloud Services. C. A visual drag-and-drop ML pipeline builder. D. A dashboard for monitoring Vertex AI endpoints. The correct answer is option B. A managed Jupyter notebook environment with pre-installed ML libraries and direct integration with Google Cloud Services. Here's why. Vertex AI Workbench provides managed Jupyter environments, user-managed and managed instances with BigQuery, Vertex AI, and GCS integration built in. Data scientists get a consistent, cloud-native development environment without managing notebook server infrastructure. Question 14. What is the key difference between Vertex AI's online prediction and batch prediction endpoints? Your options are A. Online prediction is free, batch prediction is paid. B. Online prediction serves low latency, real-time single requests, batch prediction processes large volumes of inputs asynchronously and cost-efficiently. C. Online prediction runs on CPUs, batch prediction runs on GPUs. D. Online prediction requires fine-tuning, batch prediction uses the base model. The correct answer is option B. Online prediction serves low latency, real-time single requests, batch prediction processes large volumes of inputs asynchronously and cost-efficiently. Here's why. Online prediction is for real-time, user-facing applications, millisecond latency, one request at a time. Batch prediction is for bulk inference jobs, scoring thousands of records overnight, higher throughput at lower cost per prediction, with no latency guarantee. Question 15. What is Gemini's long context window capability, and which use case does it uniquely enable? Your options are A. A feature that lets the model remember conversations from previous days. B. Support for up to 1 million tokens in a single request, enabling analysis of entire codebases, long legal documents, or hours of video in one call. C. A feature that extends the model's subscription to a longer billing period. D. A window on the Vertex AI console that shows full model logs. The correct answer is option B. Support for up to 1 million tokens in a single request, enabling analysis of entire codebases, long legal documents, or hours of video in one call. Here's why. Gemini 1.5 Pro's 1M token context, expanding to 2M, is a step change capability. It enables analyzing a full codebase in one prompt, reviewing 1,500-page legal contracts, or querying an hour of video, tasks that previously required complex chunking pipelines. Question 16. What is Duet AI for Google Cloud, now part of Gemini Cloud Assist? Your options are A. A pair programming tool that requires two engineers to share one keyboard. B. An AI assistant integrated into Google Cloud Console, Cloud Shell, and IDEs that helps with cloud operations, architecture, and code. C. A duet of AI models that vote on answers for accuracy. D. A compliance tool that requires dual approval for cloud changes. The correct answer is option B. An AI assistant integrated into Google Cloud Console, Cloud Shell, and IDEs that helps with cloud operations, architecture, and code. Here's why. Gemini Cloud Assist, formerly Duet AI for Google Cloud, provides inline AI assistance across GCP, explaining console concepts, generating Terraform CLI commands, debugging Cloud Run deployments, and answering architecture questions, reducing time to resolution for cloud operations teams. Question 17. What is Vertex AI Feature Store and why is it valuable for ML teams? Your options are A. A marketplace for buying pre-built ML features. B. A managed repository for storing, sharing, and serving ML features consistently between training and inference to prevent training serving skew. C. A storage bucket optimized for storing large model checkpoints. D. A feature flag service for controlling model rollouts. The correct answer is option B. A managed repository for storing, sharing, and serving ML features consistently between training and inference to prevent training serving skew. Here's why. Training serving skew, where feature computation differs between training and production, is a top cause of ML quality degradation. Feature store ensures the exact same feature logic runs at training time and inference time, with low latency online serving for real-time applications. Question 18. What is Google Cloud's AlloyDB AI, and how does it relate to generative AI? Your options are A. A GPU-optimized database for training LLMs from scratch. B. PostgreSQL-compatible database with built-in vector search via pgvector, enabling hybrid SQL plus semantic search for RAG applications. C. A BigQuery extension that runs LLMs on structured tables. D. A cloud SQL feature for automated query generation. The correct answer is option B. PostgreSQL-compatible database with built-in vector search via pgvector, enabling hybrid SQL plus semantic search for RAG applications. Here's why. AlloyDB for PostgreSQL now supports pgvector natively, giving applications a single database that can run both transactional SQL queries and semantic vector similarity search. This simplifies RAG architectures for teams that already use relational databases. Question 19. Which Google Cloud product provides a serverless data warehouse that also offers built-in ML capabilities including LLM integration? Your options are A. Cloud Spanner, B. BigQuery with BigQuery ML and remote model connections to Vertex AI, C. Dataproc, D. Cloud Dataflow. The correct answer is option B. BigQuery with BigQuery ML and remote model connections to Vertex AI. Here's why. BigQuery ML lets analysts run ML directly in SQL, and with remote model connections, they can call Vertex AI LLMs from SQL queries, example, BigQuery generate_text. This enables SQL-savvy analysts to build AI-powered data applications without moving data out of BigQuery. Question 20. What is Vertex AI evaluation service used for? Your options are A. Evaluating the cost of Vertex AI resources, B. Systematically measuring LLM application quality, metrics like coherence, groundedness, safety, and task accuracy to compare model versions or prompt strategies, C. Evaluating job candidates applying to work on Vertex AI, D. A compliance checklist for Vertex AI deployments. The correct answer is option B. Systematically measuring LLM application quality, metrics like coherence, groundedness, safety, and task accuracy to compare model versions or prompt strategies. Here's why. Vertex AI Evaluation Service provides standardized, automated evaluation of generative AI outputs using model-based metrics, pointways and pairways, human preference signals, and custom metrics. Teams use it to make data-driven decisions on model selection, tuning iterations, and prompt changes. Question 21. What is Gemini for security and how does it assist security teams? Your options are A. A service that encrypts all Gemini API calls, B. An AI assistant integrated into Google security operations and Chronicle that helps analysts investigate threats, write detection rules, and summarize incidents using natural language. C. A firewall product that blocks AI-generated malware. D. A compliance tool that scans Gemini outputs for PII. The correct answer is option B. An AI assistant integrated into Google security operations and Chronicle that helps analysts investigate threats, write detection rules, and summarize incidents using natural language. Here's why. Gemini for Google Cloud Security, part of Google Security Operations CM plus SOAR, allows security analysts to query threat intelligence in natural language, get plain language summaries of complex incidents, and auto-generate URL detection rules, accelerating investigation workflows. Question 22. What is the role of Vertex AI Experiments in the ML development process? Your options are A. Running science experiments in the cloud. B. Tracking hyperparameters, metrics, and artifacts across training runs to enable reproducible comparison and selection of the best model configuration. C. Managing A/B tests for marketing campaigns. D. Scheduling Vertex AI pipelines for off-peak hours. The correct answer is option B. Tracking hyperparameters, metrics, and artifacts across training runs to enable reproducible comparison and selection of the best model configuration. Here's why. Vertex AI Experiments provides experiment tracking, similar to MLOps or W&B, natively on Google Cloud. Teams log runs, compare metrics, and trace which data, code, and hyperparameters produced each model, critical for MLOps reproducibility and audit trails. Question 23. What does Vertex AI model monitoring do after a model is deployed? Your options are A. It prevents competitors from copying the deployed model. B. It continuously tracks prediction inputs and outputs for data drift and feature skew, alerting teams when production data diverges from training data. C. It monitors the model for software security vulnerabilities. D. It tracks how many API calls the model receives per second. The correct answer is option B. It continuously tracks prediction inputs and outputs for data drift and feature skew, alerting teams when production data diverges from training data. Here's why. Model monitoring detects when real-world data distribution shifts away from what the model was trained on, data drift, or when feature values at inference differ from training time, feature skew. Alerts trigger human review and potential retraining before quality degrades silently. Question 24. What is Google's Responsible AI toolkit called within Vertex AI? Your options are A. Vertex AI Safety Console. B. Model cards, AI explanations, and safety filters, collectively part of Vertex AI's Responsible AI tooling. C. The Ethical AI Dashboard on Google Cloud Console. D. Vertex AI Compliance Engine. The correct answer is option B. Model cards, AI explanations, and safety filters, collectively part of Vertex AI's Responsible AI tooling. Here's why. Vertex AI's Responsible AI tools include model cards, documentation of model purpose, limitations, and evaluation, AI explanations, feature attribution for model decisions, and configurable safety filters for generative models. Together they support transparency, explainability, and harm reduction. Question 25. What is Cloud TPU, Tensor Processing Unit, and why is it important for LLM training? Your options are A. A type of SSD optimized for storing large datasets. B. Google's custom ASIC designed for high-throughput matrix operations in neural network training and inference, enabling faster, cheaper LLM training than GPUs. C. A virtual networking component that accelerates packet routing. D. A specialized CPU core for running Python tokenizers. The correct answer is option B. Google's custom ASIC designed for high-throughput matrix operations in neural network training and inference, enabling faster, cheaper LLM training than GPUs. Here's why. TPUs are Google-designed chips optimized for the matrix multiplications that dominate neural network computation. Arranged in TPU pods, they provide the compute backbone for training Gemini. Vertex AI exposes TPUs for customer training jobs, giving access to Google-grade AI infrastructure. Question 26. What is Vertex AI's model registry, and why does an organization need it? Your options are A. A legal registry for trademarking AI model names. B. A centralized repository to version, organize, and manage trained model artifacts, linking each model to its training metadata, evaluation results, and deployment history. C. A registry of third-party models approved for purchase. D. A Docker registry for containerizing model servers. The correct answer is option B. A centralized repository to version, organize, and manage trained model artifacts, linking each model to its training metadata, evaluation results, and deployment history. Here's why. Model registry provides governance and lineage for ML models. Teams can store multiple model versions, track which dataset and pipeline produced each, view evaluation results, and promote models through staging to production, essential for enterprise MLOps and compliance audit trails. Question 27. What is the primary function of Vertex AI reasoning engine? Your options are A. Auditing the logical consistency of training data. B. A managed runtime for deploying LLM-based agents that can reason, plan, and use tools, LangChain, LlamaIndex frameworks, in a serverless environment. C. A tool that explains why Vertex AI bills are high. D. A service that validates SQL queries before running them in BigQuery. The correct answer is option B. A managed runtime for deploying LLM-based agents that can reason, plan, and use tools, LangChain, LlamaIndex frameworks, in a serverless environment. Here's why. Vertex AI Reasoning Engine, formerly LangChain on Vertex AI LLM Chain, provides managed infrastructure for deploying agentic applications built with LangChain or other orchestration frameworks. It handles scaling, logging, and integration with Google Cloud Services so teams focus on agent logic. Question 28. What is Google's Gemini Nano used for in Android devices? Your options are A. Connecting Android devices to Gemini Ultra for remote inference. B. Running AI capabilities directly on device, such as Smart Reply, Summarize in Recorder, and safety checks without sending data to the cloud. C. Managing Android OS updates via AI scheduling. D. Generating Android app code from within the Pixel developer mode. The correct answer is option B. Running AI capabilities directly on device, such as Smart Reply, summarize in recorder, and safety checks without sending data to the cloud. Here's why. Gemini Nano is optimized for on-device inference on Pixel phones and other Android devices. On-device AI provides low latency, offline capability, and enhanced privacy because sensitive inputs, voice, messages, are processed locally rather than sent to Google servers. Question 29. What is Vertex AI's grounding with Google search feature? Your options are A. A way to train models on publicly indexed web data. B. A setting that connects Gemini's responses to real-time Google search results, reducing hallucination and providing current, cited information. C. A physical grounding cable connecting servers to prevent static. D. A tool for auditing which Google search queries hit the model. The correct answer is option B. A setting that connects Gemini's responses to real-time Google search results, reducing hallucination and providing current, cited information. Here's why. Vertex AI's grounding with Google search feature lets Gemini retrieve and cite live web results at inference time. Responses are anchored to current, verifiable sources, with attribution links, making them more reliable for time-sensitive questions than the model's training knowledge alone. Question 30. What is the difference between Vertex AI's supervised fine-tuning and RLHF tuning options? Your options are A. Supervised fine-tuning costs more, RLHF is free. B. Supervised fine-tuning trains on input, target output, pairs. RLHF tuning uses human preference rankings to align outputs with human judgment, typically producing more helpful, nuanced responses. C. Supervised fine-tuning only works for classification, RLHF works for generation. D. There is no difference, they produce identical results. The correct answer is option B. Supervised fine-tuning trains on input, target output, pairs. RLHF tuning uses human preference rankings to align outputs with human judgment, typically producing more helpful, nuanced responses. Here's why. SFT teaches the model to produce specific target outputs from labeled examples fast and straightforward. RLHF additionally trains a reward model on human preference comparisons, which answer is better, and uses it to guide further model updates, producing more aligned, nuanced behavior than SFT alone.